Welcome to KSMS's first show of the 2011-2012 school year.
This year we have added many new members to our family, and that's not the only change we've noticed.
Yeah, it's kind of weird actually. All my classes this year just seem like super long.
Are they boring or something?
No, they're just like really long. I don't even know. They're just long.
Maureen, we're kind of on block scheduling now.
What?
Yeah, Jane and Allie talk about it all the time.
Oh yeah, I guess that's right. I guess I just wasn't listening.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you.
Deep vein thrombosis. We want to make sure that students don't develop what is called traveler's thrombosis and a blood clot forming in their legs. So about halfway through each one of your block schedule classes, try and lift each one of the students out of their desks and have them run around the classroom just for a second, perhaps some calisthenics or in fact jumping jacks. And what I think would be really good is if each one of the teachers would set a very good example of trying to maintain some level of activity so deep vein thrombosis is not a problem here at Shawnee Mission South. Nothing greater than rain.
I got one more tech nine. Exquisite.
Indeed.
Shh.
Stop it!
Block scheduling seems to be working well for most classes.
I know at first the arts were a little bit concerned, but they're well on their way to a great year.
Yes, the marching band is looking and sounding good, and the orchestra at Oktoberfest was really fun, and I think the theater department's doing well, too.
Well, aren't they limiting their season?
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's going to be a good one this year.
The theater department at Shawnee Mission South knows what it means to work hard and have fun while achieving one common goal. Each season brings something new, and this year's sure to be an exciting one. Let's go take a look. Always performing new shows, Mrs. Williams and theater students shed some light on the new season.
Well, it includes 3 main stage shows and then some smaller things. The main stage shows this year are The Diary of Anne Frank, which is coming up in November, and The Drowsy Chaperone in February, and then You Can't Take It With You, which is in April.
Along with the students, Mrs. Williams tells us what it means to be the department director and watch her students achieve.
Students are really in charge of most of what we do at Shawnee Mission South Theater. I, of course, oversee and I work to make sure that they're safe and that they're all headed the same direction. I teach them a lot about what their jobs are, but they're responsible for the individual pieces within. And so students are stage managing, students are designing and, program all those lights that are around. They do pretty much everything. And in learning all those aspects, our students at Shawnee Mission South get a lot more technical experience than most other high schools in our area.
Along the way to stardom, students share why the Shawnee Mission South Theater Department is so special.
Really, I think what's special is actually being on stage itself, just to see somebody laughing because of what you did, or to see somebody cry because your performance was great, means a lot.
I think one of my favorite things about theater is when we come together as a group and we create something that reflects all of us, that none of us could have done on our own or could have done all the jobs of. And I think probably this year, one of the things I'm most excited about is that I absolutely love every one of our main stage shows.
With only 3 shows this season, we learn how less actually means more for the theater department.
With 3 shows this year, it's bittersweet feeling because we have less shows in the season, but it's great because we're gonna have more of our time to put towards one common goal of making one great show, and then we can move on to the next rather than working on 2 shows at once.
I think it's really great because what that does is it gives us more opportunities to deal with certain things like acting and management and directing even for the students, and it gives opportunities for things like student choreography and things like that, but it cuts down on how many sets we have to build and how many costumes we have to create, and so it cuts our budget, and it also cuts how much work we have to put into the tech side for just a few actors. Instead, we get a lot more acting and directing experience.
The theater season really is going to be amazing this year, so make sure you come on out and support. For KSMS, this has been Erica Lang and Elise Haas.
We know that we're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together, and it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true.
You know, one thing I really missed over the summer is the Otis Bunkmeyer cookies.
Oh my god, me too. They're like my favorite thing.
Yeah. Maureen,
Yeah.
did you take one of my cookies?
No.
Maureen, there's supposed to be 3 in here, and there's 2. I know you're lying to me.
No. No, trust me, listen, I'm really not lying.
Well, then how are you going to prove it to me?
Listen, we'll go talk to Gabe and Nash because trust me, they know all about it. They can prove it to you, I promise.
Better not be lying.
Shawnee Mission South Lunch, a place of delectable eats. The favorite of all, cookies. But this year, the 3rd cookie's gone missing. We decided to crack down on this lead, starting with students and their opinions.
You know, they should have kept the 3rd cookie in there. I don't know what happened to it.
I don't even know. But, I don't know.
Personally, I think all those lunch ladies over there, they're hoarding the cookies and saving them for themselves.
I don't know, but it's making me mad though.
Like a conspiracy to me. They only charge you 25 cents less and they take away a third of the food you're getting. I don't know, man.
I think Michelle Obama stole cookies, man.
I don't know where it went. I got cookies every day last year, and I come to school this year, and the 3rd cookie is just gone. I don't know what to do.
What happened to the 3rd missing cookie?
Dr. Gilhouse ate it.
After talking to a majority of the student body here at Shawnee Mission South about the 3rd missing cookie, the whereabouts is still unknown. We come to Janet, the head lunch lady, to crack down on this. Let's see what she has to say. Excuse me, could you inform me on where the missing cookie is? Miss? Wait, please. I just need a second of your time. Wait, excuse me. After Janet's refusal to answer questioning, we could tell this went a lot higher than what we initially believed. After much litigation, we got an interview with the man in charge. Dr. Gilhouse, what happened to the 3rd missing cookie?
Are we still talking about that cookie? I am so sick and tired of that cookie. I cannot confirm nor deny what happened to the cookie. I told you before, guys, I'm not talking to you till I get some legal guidance and legal counsel. This thing's a lot bigger than you know of. I'm not telling you where that cookie is. Don't talk to me about it anymore. I'm done with the cookie. Cookie out.
After much discussion of this 3rd missing cookie, we're still not sure of its whereabouts. We're stuck with 2 for right now. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Reporting for KSMS, this has been Nash Medlock and Gabe Gill.
Okay guys, so this is the KSMS website that we're looking at right now. We already have a lot of material, but we want to add even more, so we're going to need collaboration from you guys, more videos, more news, more photos, because we have a goal of 20 million hits by the end of the month.
Did you see that girl walking down these hallways like she owns the place?
Gabe, that's the new teacher.
Nuh-uh.
No, for real though.
Whatever, it's not like I'll have her.
Through the years, SMS has been home to hundreds of teachers. Last year, several great teachers retired, leaving students wondering who would take their place. KSMS travels downstairs to new teacher, Mr. Dever, to see what he thinks of SMS.
I really like South. The atmosphere here, everybody is really excited to be here. Everybody seems really friendly so far, and students are really, really respectful here.
Just a short trip up the stairs brings you to the newest freshman English teacher, Mrs. Mick.
I really have enjoyed transferring to South. The staff here is fabulous, and the kids seem really school-spirited and proud to be here and be readers.
Some of the biggest buzz is about South's newest administrator, Mr. Rasmussen.
What have I liked about South? Well, first of all, the staff, the students. Again, had the opportunity to work with them prior to leaving for Mission Valley. So it's a great staff, it's a great student body, it's a group of students who really strive to go above and beyond, and how can you not want to be in that culture, in that environment?
Although it is sad to see the old teachers leave, South students look forward to the traditions that the new teachers will start. This has been Jerry Ann Ward and Maureen Berry reporting for KSMS.
Ah, hey Megan. No way. New cell phone policy? Sweet! Why are you telling me? You should be telling it to these guys.
Hey, it's Megan. So here's the deal with the new cell phone policy. Don't pull your phones out during class. They're only allowed during passing periods and lunchtime, all right? And while you may think that this has changed your iPod policy as well, it hasn't. Your iPods are still fair game for teachers, unless they tell you otherwise. So your iPods aren't allowed in passing periods or at lunch, so only use those before or after school.
We caught up with Mr. Fleury to see why the policy change was implemented.
Two main reasons. One is we realized that cell phones are a part of everyone's life and that parents are trying to communicate with their students here at South. Students are using those cell phones as planners, as calendars for reminders. And we decided that that's something that we want students to be able to do at appropriate times.
Here's what teachers and students have to say about the new policy change.
I think it's positive that we changed it because it was causing a lot of backup problems in the office with so many kids getting referrals and so many kids getting in trouble. So I think it's good for that, and it kind of cracks me up when I go out in the hall because I'm always like, oh, they're using their phones. And I'm like, oh, they are allowed to use their phones.
My personal feeling was I wish we didn't have cell phones and no one had to mess with them, but they're a fact of life, so we just have to deal with it.
For the most part, I think it's okay. It's like good if you're trying to get a hold of like your parents or someone, but then also when I'm in passing period, I'm already with my friends, and so I'm already talking to them, so there's no reason for me to need to text them.
I like it. I think it's a good way to interact with people and talk with friends during school, so like if they're on the other side of the building, you don't have to go find them.
Yeah. Okay, see you later. Well, there you have it. This has been Chase Allison and Megan Pontius reporting for KSMS.
Being an athlete is hard work. Our Raiders know all about that. This year, our fall sports went really well. Our cross-country boys even won state. Let's take a look back at all that they have accomplished this year.
The Shawnee Mission South 2011 football season started out with their annual Green and Gold scrimmage. This year's team showed off its potential, which is led by junior running back Gabe Guild and senior quarterback Alex Forsman. The Raiders are led by new head coach Ryan Lonergan. So we decided to ask Coach Lonergan a few questions about what he thinks about this year's team.
being a head coach for the first time, it's pretty hectic. There's a lot to learn. You got to get to know new kids, game preparation, how to deal with parents and injuries and media, and there's a whole lot of new stuff that's thrown at you, but it's fun and it's exciting to get to do what you've always dreamed to do and wanted to do. I feel like the amount of work and the attention that you give to something is going to show, in your results. My expectations for this season are for us to get better and better every week. We're going to be a young team, but that doesn't mean we're rebuilding. We're just going to look to get better and better every week, get tougher and tougher, and to make fewer and fewer mistakes. And by the end of the season, when football matters in Kansas, we want to be competing to make the playoffs and to win some playoff games.
After winning a league championship last season, the Shawnee Mission South boys soccer team hopes to repeat their success, and Coach Travis Gatewood lays out the plan for this season.
I think I know the boys from this area pretty well in terms of what they need for motivation and discipline, and it helps me to be a player-centered coach and to push them in the right direction. Being a coach at South is a great thing. Especially, it's been rewarding as being a former player to give back to your school and be here for 15 years now. This year's unique because we're starting almost from scratch and only returning 2 or 3 guys, but the philosophy doesn't change. We demand that they work hard, be fit. We see fitness as kind of one of those differentiating tools between 2 teams that have equal skill. The fitter team is going to win out in the end. We're really pushing for appropriate play, good sportsmanship out on the field, and just asking that they commit each season.
The Lady Raider volleyball team is now under new head coach Danielle Sperry, and she hopes to lead the Raiders to a successful season in her first year.
It's exciting, and it's challenging at some times, especially walking into a new program, and you have a lot of people looking to you to want to make a difference and turn the program around, and I'm up to the challenge, and I'm excited about it. It's wanting to instill a winning program and letting the girls know that they can win, and making them believe that they can win, and buying into the system and teaching them the techniques that they need to know to be able to be a successful team. I would like for us, obviously to win state would be awesome, but being realistic about it, to go 500. And right now we're 2-1, so we're off to a good start, and I can only see good things to come.
The Shawnee Mission South cross-country team has started off the season on a very strong note. Both teams have a strong chemistry, which is evidenced by their rankings. The boys cross-country team is ranked number 1 in the state of Kansas, number 4 in the Heartland region, and number 50 in the nation. The team hopes to utilize the momentum they've gained to propel them to a state title. For more information about Shawnee Mission South sports, go to www.sunfireleague.org. Reporting for KSMS has been Max Wagner and Max Eddington.
It's really good to see that our radio and TV students this year are working really hard. Here's one of their features.
Welcome to Canterbury, the town that lies within the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. A few hundred years back and a few miles down 435, it's a great place for fun, food, music, shows, or just an all-around good time. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. The Renfest offers a wide variety of games and shows just for your entertainment. They have something for everyone, including those young and old. And while you're at it, you should check out all of the amazing shows they have to offer. And I had the opportunity to talk to some of the more interesting characters in Canterbury. So, what do you do here?
I capture rats as the rat catcher by the name of Barnaby.
So you're the rat catcher by the name of...
Barnaby! Didn't you hear me the first time?
I'm Master Slave Aquavo. I'm the sole proprietor of Rent-A-Surf. I bring in 3 boatloads of surfs to do the harvesting so the town folk can put on their harvest fare.
And what's in your basket here?
Rats. Dead ones. Something has to protect the town from the plague.
Another huge part of the Renfest is the musical acts. This has been Jonathan Whitbro and Chris Kelly reporting for KSMS here at the Kansas City Renaissance Festival, where you never know what's going to happen. This is Emerald City, home to Monster Mountain and one of the best gyms in Kansas. It is open year-round for both recreational play and competition training. For years, this gym has been providing fun and adventure for all its patrons. The gym is available for many different occasions, from walk-ins, birthday parties, to just plain open fun. One highlight of this facility is Monster Mountain Rock Wall. This is the largest indoor rock wall in Kansas, with 5,000 square feet of both vertical and horizontal climbing. Monster Mountain has 16 different rope areas and plenty of difficulties for climbers of all types. Not into rock climbing? Try gymnastics. The gymnastics equipment is top-notch at Emerald City. Gymnasts practice 6 days a week, year-round, with some of the nation's best coaches. Programs exist for gymnasts of all ages and all different levels of gymnastics. Zach and Austin tell us why they chose to train at Emerald City.
I've grown up here. It's been my home. This is the first gym I ever came to when I was 2.5. So I've been here for my entire life. I love it. It's one of the best gyms in Kansas, and it's pretty high up there in our region.
Emerald City also has a massive play place with a maze, foam pit, zip line, and slides for children up to age 12.
We'll probably run out of light.
For more information, go to emeraldcitygym.com.
Thanks for joining us, and for more KSMS fun,
Log on to youtube.com and search South KSMS.